The saddest thing in life is wasted talent, and the choices you make will shape your life forever. This is a quote by Charles Palminteri, and this quote is evergreen for a reason. I was watching random videos on the internet recently, and I came across this video where Larry Elder was talking about one of his childhood friends that was good in virtually every popular sport in high school. But his attitude and work ethics hindered his progress, and despite being the best in school in football, basketball, pretty much every major high-paying sport in the United States, his friend didn't amount to anything because of his attitude and pretty much wasted his talent. In this video, I'll be putting a certain rapper's name that rhymes with Joe Budden, since he just loves to blame his failures on others and believes he didn't reach his full potential because of his label bosses. Failed artists love to talk about commercial success like it doesn't mean a thing, but let's be honest here, every artist loves their work to be appreciated by as many people as possible, and I don't see artists returning their platinum certifications or Grammys because critics called their albums trash. Today we'll be talking about how Revival and songs from Revival would have saved the careers of many rappers who went into early retirement, just like Budden, who went into podcasting, and we'll be bringing the stats to support this point and just show you how these failed rappers are in no place to judge artists that use their talents effectively. As we dive into this fun roasting session, if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. We've seen all kind of nonsense. For instance, a critic will say with a straight face that Revival was the worst album of 2017, but it didn't just stop there. Walk on Water was also deemed the worst song ever by some critics, which is equal doses of drama and delusion in my opinion. Really? Worst song ever? Well, here's some stats to show you that this song would have been enough to finally give failed rappers like Budden a hit besides smacking bitches. Based off streams alone, and I'm lowballing it here, Walk on Water has now sold the equivalent of over 2 million units globally, and for the worst song ever, this is quite remarkable, and I'll show you if Budden had a song that performed this good globally a few months before he made the decision to retire, this would have been a saving grace for his career, and I can assure you that just based on this single, Budden would have released a new album that would have charted well in its first week on the Billboard Albums chart, and this would have been the breath of fresh air he needed to keep his rap career going. River was also considered trash by media journalists, but if you saw our previous video, you know it's the most successful single from Revival, and from streams alone has raked in equivalent sales of over 6.6 million copies globally. Once again, numbers like this will save the careers of artists like Budden and that non-threatening blunt, but it was cool to make fun of Revival up to the point that coveting artists started to open their mouths to spew nonsense and had the confidence to utter the word flop when their entire careers could be described with that one word. Talk about hypocrisy. Like I said at the beginning, nothing is worse than wasted talent, and since some of you guys in the last video wanted to know more about Believe from Revival, based off streams alone, Believe has sold over 600,000 equivalent units. In the United States, for instance, 500,000 will earn you a gold certification, and you can head to the RIAA's website now to see how many gold certifications Budden has managed in his entire career, despite being known for years now. Somewhere out there was someone wishing they had the fame to capitalize on, but they probably didn't have luck on their side or the talent to get there, but Budden was in the spot but did nothing remarkable with it. There's nothing worse than this when talking about careers in general. For those still searching the RIAA's website, you've got better luck typing in Joe Budden to get results. This is quite petty, but even if we include all the podcasts and music videos on Budden's YouTube channel, convert it into one song, it still wouldn't be enough to give him a platinum certification in the United States, as the total views on the channel based on RIAA's formula will be the equivalent of 800,000 units sold. What are your thoughts on this? Tell us below, and of course this is all just fun and I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this.